Alright, so I can remember I used to watch this cartoon called Aqua Teen Hunger Force when I was a very small youth. For those familiar, you would know what I'm talking about. For those who are not, well, it used to air through the Adult Swim TV network, and usually always later at night when most people would be asleep. Except for me. I was a bored kid, so naturally I was looking around for stuff to, excite me. And just generally just stuff to watch. And Adult Swim was just really special at the time. Cartoons were always just something that was on, but as I grew a bit older, it kind of got repetitive after a while. Nonetheless, I was always watching the classics: SpongeBob, Codename Kids Next Door, Johnny Bravo, Johnny Test, Dexter's Lab, all the good stuff. And all these are great, amazing, generational, some might say, but I was looking for something different. So as a bored kid slash early teenager, having very little to do on the school holidays, I would stay up, play some video games, watch some very obscure anime that I probably should not have gotten access to at the time, but that I could find, as believe it or not, we did not have internet at the time. So I had to be a bit creative. So after scrolling through various channels, which was just so boring, I came across this show. And which on the surface, the show is weird. It looks weird. It follows a meatball, a large pair of fries, and a milkshake. And they all talk. They're roommates. And you just follow them along on their adventures, doing whatever to whoever. The show doesn't really have a storyline or a premise, which at the time I think was really the point. Adult Swim was experimenting with late night programming in a manner that really sought them wanting to stand out from the sea of other media at the time. So the show was largely anti-plot, anti-narrative, and really anti-regular cartoon. But I don't know why, for my prepubescent brain, as a small youth, this show was the best thing ever at the time. It was so different, so unique, so weird, that I naturally just gravitated towards it, unknowingly. I would just sit up and record and binge watch this show all day. Me and my friends would watch the show religiously, recording and waiting for every episode to come out for months, until it just eventually stopped airing. Well, at least where I lived, which was kind of sad, but I guess that's the world of digital media. Couldn't really help it. My snot-nosed kid brain was just vibing at the time and just going along with it. But I don't know. For a moment there, it gave me a pretty heartwarming core memory that I now look back on fondly as a youth. So, in my opinion, the show was perfect for the time it was made, and it worked. It ended up running for 11 seasons. It had a lot to like and a lot to, I guess, dislike. But for people like me who gravitated toward it, it was a fun moment in time, which we can all look back on. You don't really get media like this anymore these days, I would say. I mean, the show wasn't perfect. In fact, it reveled in its imperfection. Its chaotic nature, its over-the-top, overdone jokes, which just felt like the writers throwing darts at the wall and seeing what would stick. It was loud, it was kind of gross, some would say it was a bit obnoxious, but the show was just unapologetically itself. It embodied the spirit of Adult Swim and the niche programming it would air, and it would be one of the best shows they would ever air, in my opinion. So, if you ever have some downtime or, you're not really doing anything, I would say give the show a watch. Just turn your brain off, have a little laugh and just enjoy the show, And this was just me going down one of my nostalgia rabbit holes that I tend to go down toward. And it was pretty fun just looking back on the show and just reminiscing on all the great and bad memories shared while watching this show. So yeah, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Nostalgia Rabbit Hole. Thanks for watching and have a good day.